Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. This is the second and final Q&A video, so today I'm going to be answering more of your questions. What was the first thing you did after arriving in New Zealand? The first day I can hardly remember because I was so tired. The night before we left Japan I only slept for about an hour because we were so busy packing up, and so by the time I got here I was so tired. And I think all we did was, we just went back to my grandmother's place and had a shower. Yeah, that was the first thing I did. Have a shower. That's pretty much all I wanted to do after a long flight. And then in the days after that, just started to look for an apartment, get a mobile phone, that kind of thing. Not very exciting. Will we meet your grandmother as a guest? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. Have you had any doubts about your decision to move to Auckland? Not really, apart from the speed of the internet. What's up with KNF? Is he enjoying New Zealand, and had he ever been there before? No, he'd never been here before, and yes, he's enjoying it. What are you missing already? Fast internet. I have a cold right now, and there are these delicious lollies in Japan called nodoame, which I really like, and the pharmacies that I looked in yesterday didn't have anything like that. So yeah, just little things like that. And some of the services in Japan are better, like courier services. And what else? Washlet toilets. Those are the best things ever. New Zealand really needs washlet toilets. Did you suffer from a reverse culture shock? Yeah, I think so. I've been away 8.5 years, so a lot of stuff has changed. Like, there are now apartment buildings all over Auckland, and there didn't used to be. And lots of stuff is still the same. And sometimes I'm not sure if it's changed or not because I can't remember what it was like. Are you missing any of the foods you'd gotten used to in Japan? I haven't really started to miss them because I've been enjoying the foods that you can get here but not in Japan. But I guess I'll start to miss them. And yeah, I miss things like tofu, natto, and plain soy milk, the stuff without sugar and other stuff in it. Have you visited your family? Yes, I've caught up with many family members, mother, father, grandmothers, sister, nieces, cousin, aunties and uncles. Not all of them yet, but yeah, it's been great catching up with family. I know very little about New Zealand. Will you tell us about the country in your future videos? Yes, sure. Will you continue to do shows about and interview people from Japan? Yes, less than we did when we were in Japan, of course, because we're not there anymore. But yeah, I'm sure Japanese news will continue to feature in Stick News because I haven't stopped reading Japanese news online. And yes, definitely planning to interview Japanese people in New Zealand. I'm really looking forward to that. Do you think it will be easier or harder to find people to interview for Monday Guest in Aotearoa? I think it'll be easier, but I guess I won't know until I start asking people. Any plan to start a new segment on Auckland's culture or people? Yes, we're planning to visit different places in Auckland and go to Auckland events and interview Auckland people, both for Monday Guest, and also we're planning to do lots of street interviews. I think those are really interesting to see a cross-section of the people who live here. What's your opinion on YouTube's new channels design? I don't really like it, but oh well, I guess I'll get used to it. Do you think that teaching English in a native English country is easier? Yeah, I think it might be because there are materials everywhere and the students have the advantage of being able to use what they learn immediately. But then again, it depends on the student, and yeah, there are many factors, and I think probably both have their advantages and disadvantages. Where did you live between moving and finding an apartment? With my grandmother. It was awesome. She's an amazing cook and I didn't want to leave. What are some of your favourite movies? I like movies like Shawshank Redemption, Fight Club, True Romance, Once Were Warriors, and yeah, since I've been here I went to the movies and I saw a movie called Sione's Wedding. It's not new, it's a couple of years old, but they had a special showing to raise money for Samoa after the tsunami there. And yeah, that was a great movie. I loved it. Very funny. What's it like being back in New Zealand after all these years? How is KNF liking the change of scenery? it's good, and yeah, he's enjoying it. What are the challenges, if any, when teaching English to Japanese students? Are there any particular English language concepts native Japanese speakers find difficult to grasp? That question probably requires a longer answer than I can give now. And if you want to compare Japanese students with students from other countries, I'm probably not the best person to ask because I've mostly just taught Japanese students. But in general, a few examples. The hesitation to try and speak can be a challenge. And as for grammar, the difference between the past simple and the present perfect can be difficult to grasp. Have you been to Brian Tamaki's Destiny Church, and is he your king? How did you know? What is it that you're going to miss most about Japan? I'm not sure yet, but one of the things that I miss most about Tokyo is my dojo. I really loved it. If ever, do you plan on moving somewhere else later on in life? Yes, I'd like to travel more and I'd like to try living somewhere else. I certainly don't plan on living in the CBD forever, that's for sure, with the lovely background noise of police sirens. Do you like David Bowie? I don't know. I'm obviously not a huge fan if I'm not even sure how to pronounce his name. And I can't even remember any of his music offhand. Maybe I should go and listen to some now. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.